The internet feels familiar, our daily tool for work, play, and connection. We log on without a second thought, sending messages, streaming videos, and sharing pieces of our lives. It's a space that feels safe, almost mundane, as we navigate its endless pages and platforms. But what we see is just the surface. Like an iceberg, the visible web is only a tiny fraction of what truly exists online. Beneath lies the dark web, a hidden realm where anonymity reigns. Here, identities are masked, and digital footprints are carefully concealed. In these digital shadows, secrets are traded, and disturbing legends are born, none more chilling than the myth of the Red Room. Whispers of forbidden sites and unspeakable acts circulate in hushed online forums. These stories claim that hidden sites allow people to pay to watch, or even direct, live torture and murder. The idea is as horrifying as it is captivating, blurring the line between fact and fiction. The Red Room legend has become a digital ghost story, fueling both fear and fascination. It spreads through message boards, YouTube videos, and social media, evolving with every retelling. But are these places real, or just urban legends amplified by our imagination? How much of what we hear is based on truth, and how much is simply the product of our darkest fears? In this video, we'll separate fact from fiction, exploring what the dark web truly is, and how the Red Room myth took hold. We'll look at the origins of these stories and why they persist. We'll examine the technical realities, expert opinions, and the real dangers lurking online. From cybercrime to misinformation, the risks are very real, even if the legends aren't. This isn't a guide to forbidden places. It's a warning about the risks of curiosity in the digital shadows. Sometimes the most dangerous thing is not what's hidden, but what we're willing to believe. Let's step into the myth and see what's really there, beyond the rumors, beyond the fear, and into the truth of the digital underworld. To truly grasp the origins of the Red Room legend, we first need to explore the hidden depths of the internet, a world far more complex than most people realize. The web isn't just a single unified space. It's made up of multiple layers, each with its own unique characteristics and secrets. The surface web is what we interact with every day, sites like Google, news outlets, and social media platforms. These are the pages that search engines can easily find and index, making them accessible to anyone with an internet connection. It's the familiar face of the internet, where most of our daily browsing happens. But what we see on the surface web is just the tip of the iceberg. In reality, it represents only a tiny fraction of the entire internet. Some estimate as little as 4%. Beneath the surface lies the deep web. This includes private databases, password-protected sites, emails, academic journals, and medical records. Content that isn't indexed by search engines. While it sounds mysterious, most of the deep web is essential, routine, and harmless, forming the backbone of online privacy and security. At the very bottom is the dark web, a much smaller but infamous part of the internet. It's intentionally hidden and can only be accessed with special tools like the Tor browser, which is designed to keep users anonymous. Tor works by routing your internet traffic through multiple layers of encryption and servers around the world, making it extremely difficult to trace where a user is connecting from or what they're doing online. This powerful anonymity is a double-edged sword. For whistleblowers, journalists, and activists living under oppressive regimes, it's a lifeline that protects their identities and allows them to communicate safely. But it also attracts those who want to hide illegal activities. On the dark web, you'll find black markets, hacking services, and illegal goods for sale. Everything from stolen data to illicit substances. It's a place where the rules of the regular internet don't apply. This lawless reputation has made the dark web the perfect breeding ground for terrifying myths and urban legends, none more chilling than the story of the Red Room. The secrecy and anonymity of the dark web fuel both legitimate privacy needs and dangerous criminal activity, blurring the line between fact and fiction. It's this duality, where hope and fear coexist, that makes the dark web so mysterious, so alluring, and so widely misunderstood by the public. The Red Room legend thrives in this environment of secrecy, fear, and fascination, capturing the imagination of internet users everywhere. But how did this myth take root? And why does it continue to haunt the darkest corners of the web? The Red Room is the dark web's most infamous legend. It describes a secret site where viewers pay to watch, and even control, live torture and murder. Details like cryptocurrency payments and hidden invitations make the story feel plausible. The term, Red Room, may come from a Japanese horror video, or simply the idea of blood-soaked walls. Spread by creepypasta, forums, and sensational videos, each retelling adds new, gruesome details. The legend's power lies in its ability to tap into our deepest fears about anonymity and human cruelty. The Red Room myth quickly escaped internet forums and entered mainstream pop culture. TV shows like Black Mirror and CSI Cyber, and films like Unfriended Dark Web, turned the legend into a horror trope. These portrayals blur the line between fiction and reality, making the myth seem plausible to the public. Video games and movies reinforce the idea, creating a feedback loop of fear. Each exposure, online, on TV, in games, cements the Red Room as a known danger. Pop culture's fascination has made the legend feel real, even though it's rooted in fiction. The myth's spread is a testament to our appetite for digital horror stories. But how does one supposedly access such a forbidden place? The Red Room myth isn't just about existence, it's about exclusivity. Stories claim only skilled hackers or insiders can access these sites, adding to their allure. The supposed journey starts with downloading Tor, then navigating secret forums to earn trust. Newcomers must prove themselves, sometimes by sharing illegal files or hacking, to get an invitation. Payment is demanded in cryptocurrency, with hefty fees for access and participation. The process is described as complex and secretive, making the Red Room seem both real and unreachable. In reality, these steps are designed to sound convincing, but serve mostly to build suspense. The myth thrives on the idea of a hidden, elite criminal world just out of reach. But does this path lead anywhere real? Let's look at what experts have actually found. Cybersecurity experts and law enforcement agree the Red Room, as described, is a hoax. The technical hurdles are immense. Tor is too slow for live, high-quality video streaming. Real-time interactive murder for hire would be nearly impossible to pull off undetected. The supposed business model makes no sense. High risk, low reward, and a tiny potential audience. No credible evidence of a real Red Room has ever been found, despite years of investigation. What does exist are scams, fake sites with countdowns and Bitcoin addresses, preying on the curious. Victims pay, but see nothing, just a reset timer or a dead link. The Red Room legend itself has become a product for scammers. The myth persists, but reality tells a different story. So why do so many still believe? Experts in cybersecurity and law enforcement are nearly unanimous. Red Rooms are fiction. Despite countless rumors and chilling stories circulating online, there's no credible evidence that these live-streamed torture sites have ever existed. The idea of Red Rooms has become a persistent myth, fueled by internet forums, horror stories, and viral videos. But it simply doesn't hold up under scrutiny. The Tor network's slow speeds make live interactive streams impossible. Even basic video streaming is unreliable, let alone a real-time pay-per-view horror show. The technical limitations alone make the logistics of a Red Room nearly impossible to pull off. The risk for criminals is enormous. Law enforcement would respond with overwhelming force. Any attempt to host such an event would attract global attention and a swift crackdown from authorities, making it far too dangerous for even the most reckless criminals. More profitable, less risky crimes dominate the dark web, like selling stolen data or drugs. These activities offer high rewards with far less exposure, so criminals stick to what works and avoid unnecessary attention. Decades of research have uncovered illegal markets and disturbing content, but never a real Red Room. Investigators, journalists, and cybersecurity experts have spent years combing through the darkest corners of the internet, yet all they've found are rumors and fabrications. All evidence has been hoaxes or scams. Scammers exploit the myth to trick people into paying for access to fake red rooms, preying on curiosity and fear. The myth endures because it plays on our fears, not because of any factual basis. Urban legends thrive in the digital age, and red rooms are a perfect example of how fear can spread faster than facts. The absence of proof, after so much scrutiny, is itself proof that red rooms don't exist. If they were real, someone would have found concrete evidence by now. The legend is a digital age ghost story, terrifying, but not real. It's a cautionary tale that reflects our anxieties about technology and the unknown. But the dangers of the dark web are very real. While red rooms are a myth, there are still plenty of genuine threats lurking online. Let's look at what actually lurks in the shadows, separating fact from fiction as we explore the real risks of the dark web. While red rooms are fiction, the dark web is full of real dangers. Scammers use the legend to lure victims into paying for fake streams or downloading malware. Malware can steal your data, lock your files, or spy on you, often with devastating consequences. There's also the risk of stumbling onto illegal, deeply disturbing content, which can cause trauma and legal trouble. Law enforcement monitors these spaces, and just looking is not a defense. Criminals may target you for blackmail or extortion if you show interest in illegal activities. Honeypot sites run by police can lead to investigation or arrest. The real threat isn't a red room, it's the very real consequences of curiosity gone wrong. The red room is a modern myth, terrifying, but not real. We've explored the web's layers, the legend's origins, and the expert consensus. Red rooms don't exist. What is real are the scams, malware, and illegal content that prey on the curious. The true danger is not a secret torture chamber, but the risks you face searching for one. The Tor network's anonymity is not foolproof, and the consequences of a misstep can be severe. The safest way to learn about the dark web is through trusted journalists and researchers. For everyone else, the message is clear: stay away from the digital shadows. Stay on the surface web. Stay safe.